Hello friends, in today's class we'll see about the sixth chapter of class 8, that is square and square roots. Now let us take the number 1 squared. 1 squared is nothing but 1 into 1. Now 1 squared can also be said as 1 raised to the power 2, isn't it? Similarly, we'll take 2 squared. What is 2 squared? 2 squared is 2 into 2, which is equals to 4. That is, the square of 2 is 4. The square of 1 is 1. 3 squared, or the square of 3, is called as 9. That is 3 into 3. When we multiply with the same number, the answer that we get is called as the square number. I hope you got it. 3 into 3 is equals to 9. 4 into 4 is equals to 16. Therefore, 4 squared is equal to 16. So, these are called as square numbers. I hope you understood that. In general, m equals to n squared, where n is a natural number, then m is a square number. That is, when I express m as n squared. What is n squared? It can be 1 squared, 3 squared, 5 squared. Okay, then m is called as a square numbers. These square numbers are also called perfect numbers. So 1, 4, 9, 16, 25, so on are called perfect numbers. Now let us take these numbers. 1 squared is 1, 2 squared is 4, 3 squared is 9, 4 squared is 16, 5 squared is 25, 6 squared is 36, 7 squared is 49, 8 squared is 64, 9 squared is 81, 10 squared is 100. These are the square numbers from 1 to 10. Now, in this we can see a pattern. What is this pattern? Now, let me see the unit digits. What do you mean by unit digit? Suppose I take the number 32. 32, which is the unit digit? 2 is the unit digit, or the digit in the ones place. I hope you understood that. Now let us consider the digit in the ones place in all these square numbers. You may find a particular pattern. What is it? Now let me just note down the numbers in the unit places. 1 is there, I'll write here 1. 4, I write here 4. Then I write 9. In 16, which is the ones place or the units digit? 6 is the units digits. 1, 4, 9, 6. 25 I have 5. In 36 I have 6. I have already written 6. Now once again I am getting 6. In 49 it is 9. I already have 9. 64 it is last digit is 4. 4 is already written. In 81 the last digit is 1. 1 is already written, and in 100 it is 0. So these numbers 1, 4, 9, 6, 5 form the units place or the ones place of the square numbers that we obtained so far. I got you. I hope you understand. Therefore, these numbers form the unit place of the square numbers. So, these numbers only get repeated again and again. You don't have numbers like 7, 8, 2, 3, all these things as the units digit in a square number. Now let us see the next number. Is 1057 a perfect square? No, because the unit place is not 1, 4, 6, 9, 5 or 0. I hope you understood. We now saw that 1, 4, 6, 9, 5 and 0 are, if that comes as the unit place, only such numbers are called, such numbers are perfect numbers or perfect squares. Okay. Now let me take this number. What is there in the units place? In the units place I have 3. Now is 3 any one of these numbers? No. So this is not a perfect square. This number is not a perfect square. This is how we find out if a given number is a perfect square or not. Okay. Now let me study some patterns in the square numbers. or some properties of the square numbers. Now 1 square is 1, 9 square is 81, 11 square is 121, 19 square is 361, 21 square is 441. Now if you see the unit place in all these squares, the unit place was 1. Now if you see in these numbers, the unit place is 1 or 9. Just 1 or 9, there is not any other number. So if a number has 1 or 9 in its units place, then the square ends in 1. I hope you understand. When the number is in the units place is 1 or 9, then the square units place is 1. Similarly, let me take this. 4 squares are 60, 6 squares is 36, 14 squares is 196, 16 square is 256, 24 square is 576. Now let us see a pattern in this. What is it? If the unit digit has 4 or 6 in the number, then in the square all the units place will be 6. So if a number has it has 4 or 6 in its units place. If it has 4 or 6 in its units place, then the square ends in, what is the square? Square ends in 6. I hope you understand. So these are some of the properties or the patterns that can see in the square numbers. Okay. Now what will be the ones digit or the unit place? What will be the ones digit in the square of the following numbers? I have given 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So what is the last digit over here? 4. We know that 4 squared is equals to 16. So what will be the units place in the square? What will be the units place in the square of this number? So the units place will be, or the ones digit will be 6. I hope you understood that. Similarly, if I am asked to find the square of this number, what will be the number in its units place? 7 squared is equals to 49. So the units place will be 9. I hope you got it. Similarly, for this number, what will be the units place? The units place will be 4, because 2 squared is equals to 4. The last digit, I have taken the square of the last digit. I hope you understood this, how we solve this problem. The square of which of the following numbers would be an odd number or an even number? Now how do we know the square? 269, isn't it? What is the last digit in this? 9 is the last digit. So what is the square of 9? Square of 9 is 81. So what will be the last digit? 1 will be the units digit. Okay. So 1 means it is an odd number. I hope you understood this. Similarly, when I find the square of this, what is the last digit over here? The unit digit is 0. So I know 0 squared is also 0. So this is an even number. I hope you understood this. Similarly, for this number, the square, which is what is a unit digit? 8 is the unit digit. So square of that is 64. So the last digit in that is 4. So 4 is the unit digit. Hence this is an even number. I hope you understood how we solved this problem. Okay, now let us go to the next one. Now let us consider 25. Now what we'll do is, we'll subtract 25 from a odd number, that is 1. I get 24. Now from 24 I subtract 3. I get 21. Okay, now from 21 I subtract the next odd number, which gives me 16. See, 25 minus 1, 3, 5, like that I am going. 16 minus 7 is equals to 9. Then what is the next one is 9 minus 9 equals to 0, because after 7 the next odd number is 9. So 9 minus 9 is 0. So when we get the answer 0, it tells us that this is a square number. 25 is a square number, or in other words we can express 25 as the sum of the odd numbers. Okay, sum of the odd numbers. 25 can be written as 1 plus 3 is 4, 4 plus 5 is 9, 9 plus 7 is 16, 16 plus 9 is 25. So 25 is a perfect square. How do we get? Because our answer has come up as 0. Similarly, let me take 38. 38 minus 1 is equal to 37. Now 37 minus 3 is equals to 34. 34 minus 5 is equals to 31. 31 minus 7 is equals to 24. 24 minus 9. What is 24 minus 9? It is 15. Now 15, I am going like this. Are you able to see? 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, then 11. I hope you understood this. So now 4 minus 13 is equals to minus 9. So I am not getting a 0. In the case of 38, I don't get a 0. So 38 is not a square number, or it is not a perfect square. Okay. So if a natural number cannot be expressed as a sum of successive odd natural numbers. Now I express 25 as a sum of successive odd natural numbers. Okay. But 38 I cannot express it as a sum of successive odd natural numbers starting from 1. Then it is not a perfect square. I hope you understood this property. How did we do it? First subtracted 1, then 3, 5, 7, 9. I got the answer 0. So 25 is a perfect square. When I add with all these odd numbers, that is successive odd natural numbers, I get 25. I hope you understood how we did this. Okay. Now we'll go to the next topic. These are also some patterns of square numbers. Now how do I represent 3 squared as 9? 9 can be written as sum of 4 plus 5. 4 plus 5 are consecutive natural numbers. So we can express square numbers as sum of consecutive natural numbers. 5 squared can be written as 12 plus 3. Okay, how do we do it? 25 divided by 2 is equals to 12. I have got 12. The next number to 12 is 13. So 12 plus 13. Similarly for 49, 49 divided by 2 is 24. So I have 24 plus 25. Similarly for 81, I can have 81 divided by 2 is 440. So it is 40 plus 41. So you can express the square numbers as a sum of the consecutive natural numbers. Similarly 121. 121, if I divide by 2, I will get 60 plus 61. Similarly 225 divided by 2 will be 112. So it can be represented as 112 plus 113. See, let me add these two numbers. 112 plus 113 means what? 225. Similarly 60 plus 61 is 121. I hope you got it. This is how we represent them as a sum of consecutive natural numbers. Now we can also represent squares as the product of two consecutive even or odd natural numbers. That is, I've taken a number 143. It can be represented as, what is 143? It is 12 squared minus 1, or 12 plus 1 into 12 minus 1. Now how can 143 be expressed? It can be expressed as the product of two consecutive even or odd natural numbers. Now I can take, how do I get 12? 11 and 13, the number that is between is 12. So 12 squared minus 1, that is one way shortcut of solving this problem. 13 and 14, how can we write it? 13 and 15, what is there between 13 and 15? 14. So 14 plus 1 into 14 minus 1. Okay. So this is how we solve it. Similarly, this can be written as